Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
ജ്ഞാനവാനല്ല കൃഷിക്കാരൻ എന്നാകിൽ മാനവ മനക്ഷേത്രം കാടിനാൽ മൂടിപ്പോവും. This is the temple, Manava Manashetram. So it's a temple. If we don't attend to it, weeds will come. Okay? Dilapidated, you will see. So when that happens, Kananam Kandal, when somebody sees this forest like or no dense, Katalanethum, Vilayage, Nishadan and Vertayal Nashipik, whatever it is there, he will destroy. Bharata Sake, നിന്റെ മാനസക്ഷേത്രത്തിലും ക്രൂരനാം ഒരു വീരൻ നായായി നടക്കുന്നു. Every time he is there. So you have to be alert that you don't, it should be always free from what you call weeds, bushes, everything. You should always be clear to say that. If you don't do that, this fellow will immediately come and he will destroy the whole thing. What is he? എന്നുതാൻ അവനെ നീ സാരമാം ജ്ഞാനാസിയിൽ സംഹരിക്കുവാനത്. Normally everything is okay, but the moment the faith is not there, finished. Then so we have to develop this faith. I would like to know how he connected up to this 4th chapter, last sloka, first one. Avinjudagara. That's why he said that. Tasmad ajnana sambhudam hristam jnanasi atmanaha chaiva chitvainam samshayam yogam atishta uttishta bharata. Samshayam, no? Cutting with the sword of knowledge this doubt about the self, born of ignorance residing in your heart, resort to yoga and arise, O Bharata. Oh. Manasam, then so many.
Story of that boy?
Eh?
One boy who carries umbrella. One boy who carries umbrella. That rain is going. There will be for rains they'll pray, no Swamiji. For rains they will pray. Only he takes.
Yeah. The faith. Faith.
That is actually real story. Rajgopal said. Rajgopal will teach it from it.
Manasam. ആത്മാവിനെ തേടുവാൻ തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ, when the mind is slowly starts searching for the indwelling reality, കാമം ആ മനസ്സിൻ്റെ മാർഗത്തിൽ കുതിച്ചെത്തും. You can think about it later. I want this, I want that. You have to struggle for that. Kamam is desire. Immediately it comes. And then what does he do? Mohamam maragati. It will immediately put a curtain. Delusion. Pathയെ മറച്ചിട്ട്, the path we have to follow, it will block. കാപതം കാട്ടി, so many things it will say, and കൂട്ടിക്കൊണ്ടുപോയി നശിപ്പിക്കും. It will solve. We started with good intention. ആകയാൽ മഹാബാഹോ, ബുദ്ധിയിൽ അജയ്യനാം കാമത്തെ, നിൻ വൈരിയെ സംഹരിക്കുക. Whatever we do, all our negative tendencies are nothing but the expressed form of desire, craving, infatuation, indulgence, recognition, gaining. So he says, beautiful word, Malayalam. Manasam Atmavine Teduvan Tudangambol. When the mind, you are hearing Satsang, so and so slowly we start going within. Which is that power which makes my heart beat? Which is the power that lends me the feeling of compassion, love, accommodating, all these things?
Oh, flute cannot be quiet.
മാനസം ആത്മാവിനെ തേടുവാൻ തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ കാമം ആ മനസ്സിന്റെ മാർഗത്തിൽ കുതിച്ചെത്തും. It will immediately jump and block our journey. മോഹമാം മറകട്ടി. It will tell something else. It's all right, whatever you say. This is beautiful. And that suddenly you will find that, in our mind we can find that. Suddenly the shift comes even without our knowing. പാതയെ മറച്ചിട്ട് കാപതം കാട്ടി കൂട്ടിക്കൊണ്ടുപോയി നശിപ്പിച്ചു. Then you will say, oh, I sat for something and landing in something. So he says, ആകയാൽ മഹാബാഹോ, ബുദ്ധിയിൽ അജയ്യനാം കാമത്തെ. ബുദ്ധിയാൽ അജയ്യനാം കാമത്തെ. By your intelligence, by your intellect, you try to remove him, സംഹരിക്കൽ. ബുദ്ധിയാൽ intelligence, Ajayyanam kamate. Otherwise, the desire is, you cannot win over him. He will ask us, until the desire demands the complete from us, which we may not know. Buddhiyil ajayyanam kamate nin vairiye samharikuvin adyam. There are many such. In our heart, there are two curtains. രണ്ട് മറകൾ ഉള്ളിൽ ഈ ജീവിതമുണ്ട് നടക്കുന്ന സംസാര നാടകം. The indwelling as well as the sense of individuality. Where from they came, the drama is going on. Where from they came, we don't know. എങ്ങു നിന്ന് ഈ നടന്മാർ വരുന്നെന്നും എങ്ങോട്ടൊടുവിൽ മടങ്ങുന്നു എന്നതും, all these they play in our heart, and then we don't know where they have gone. അച്ഛനായി അമ്മയായി മക്കളായി അങ്ങനെ ശിക്ഷ പോൽ ഓരോ തരത്തിൽ നടിച്ചിടും. I behave as a father, as mother, as children. And depending upon that need, I play the part. But the moment I get the command, കൽപ്പന എത്തിയാൽ അക്ഷണം, കൽപ്പന എത്തിയാൽ വേഷം അഴിച്ചെറിഞ്ഞ് അക്ഷണം, immediately I say, oh, I have to discharge. No. The moment you get the call, ഏകനായ ആത്മധി, you came alone, you will go back also alone. അത്ഭുതമല്ലയോ ചിന്തിക്കലൊക്കെയും മുഗ്ധവും ലോലവുമാം വെറും ഭാവന. All these relationship, everything, now you know, it is all in your mental sea. അവ്യക്തതയിൽ നിന്ന് ആവിർഭവിച്ചിടും. You don't know where from you have come. ഭവ്യപ്രകടനം തെല്ലു നടത്തിടും. Now you know where you are. സുവ്യക്തമായി തോന്നും. Everything is clear. This is what I have to earn. Then, again when you go, you don't know where you are going. So you start from unknown. Be in the so-called known. Again you are going to the unknown. Plain Brahman. Then when you know that this Nadagabandham, this the relationship which you have developed in between, it is like that, it was not there, it will not be there, but it is there now. എങ്കിൽ ഈ നാടകബന്ധങ്ങൾ ഓർത്ത് നാം എന്തിനു പാടിൽ പരിധി? Why should we unnecessarily just pause for a moment? When I came, this relationship was not there. When I go, we have seen the relationship also ends there. Body will be taken, cremated, bas, finished. That fellow will not be there now. So that means there is an end for all whatever we have made our concepts. Whether he is a jnani, whether he is a sannyasi, whether he is a grihastha, whether he is a professional, finished. Engili Nada. So when you know this, why should you get going? You know that this is not going to stay here. When you take a ticket from here to Mangalore, so many things will come. Many people will get down, many people will get in, many people will get down, many people will get in. But you will not get down and get in, no? Because you know that you have to reach Bangalore. This is what Bhagavad Gita is written, but it has been put in such a simple language.
This PDF is there, Malayalam?
This is Malayalam, no?
The PDF is available.
She's asking whether your PDF of this is available.
PDF must be there. PDF must be there.
We can ask Uni to send it to her.
Translate.
Integral
But
only.
what will you do?
She wants to translate.
And read.
You cannot read,
Translate.
ChatGPT will do it for her.
ChatGPT.
No.
Swamiji, translation.
You will lose it. What you hear, you just develop it. Because the moment you translate, finished. It loses its charm. We have to absorb, think, put it in our own language.
So if you want to kill an idea, write a book.
No.
No, Swamiji used to say something else also. Like translation is cutting a chair and making a table. He used to tell that before.
Never do that. Never do that. Then it will lose its originality. Our originality should come, How we have understood this? We are not going to present it to anybody. How we make use of this theme?
How do others understand? Only Malayalis can understand. Others.
If nobody can translate this, very difficult. It will become, it will take, minimum become one, say, for 10, 12 years, because each line is pregnant with so many ideas. And the one who translates will not know the inner content. Because God gave us so many opportunities to associate with Bhagavad Gita in Malayalam, we were able to pick up. Even in Malayali, cannot repeat this. Like this, you should. Achanai, Ammayai, Makkalai, Angane. Achanai, Ammayai, Makkalai. No. Shikshapol, Oro, Taratil, Nadichidum. Whatever you have been designed, drafted, based upon that, you will behave. Kalpana Etyal, when the order comes, you are in the midst of class, the order comes, get up. No, I have to finish. Get up, man, finished. He was taking class, suddenly he passed away. Or Kalpana Etyal, Akshanam, at that moment, Vesham Aichi. You remove your dress, roll. Yeganai. You came alone, you go alone. Yeganai. Yatra dirichidum. You will return back from where you have come. Adbhutam Allayo Chindikilokayum. Mugdavum Lolavumam Varum Bhavana. Avyaktadayil ninna avirbhavichidum. It will, everything has come from Avyaktada. Avyaktada?
Unmanifested.
Unknown. Unknown. Where from you have come? Unknown. Bhavya Prakadanam Tellu Nadatidum. You are carrying on now. Suvyaktamai Tonum. You think everything is clear. The me and mine becomes very strong and everything becomes too clear. ആഘട്ടവും കടന്ന് then you pass that also. അവ്യക്തതയിലേക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞു. Again you pass it, finished. Then this much is known. Forget about philosophy, of rebirth, all those things you forget about it. This is the real truth for us now. If that is the case, why should you think about why should you worry? He comes down to the ordinary man. Who says? Krishna says to Arjuna these words. ആയിരം ജന്മാന്തരങ്ങളിൽ ആ അനുസ്യൂതം തുടരും അന്വേഷണാൽ മായയിൽ നിന്നുണർന്ന ആശ്ചര്യ വസ്തുവായി ഏകൻ ആത്മതത്വം സ്വയം.
You are translated English, Swamiji. You are done English translation.
No.
He's reading and
Nobody can do that.
Swamiji is just telling us.
He did it. We were able to somehow get it. That's all. Jnanishtan Swami brought this from where? He used to say beautifully chanted. Or we will be able. We don't need any interpretation. ഇല്ലാത്തതൊന്നും ഉളവാകുക ഇല്ലെന്നും ഇല്ലായ്മയുള്ളതിന് ഉണ്ടാകുക എന്നതും. ഫ്രം നത്തിങ് can come. When you come to know this, who is dying, who is killing, ഇല്ലതറിഞ്ഞാൽ മരിപ്പതാർ കൊല്വതാർ വെറും മനോവിഭ്രമമല്ലയോ. നാശരഹിതമാം ആത്മാവിനുള്ളതാം കോശങ്ങളാണ് ഈ ശരീരങ്ങളൊക്കെയും. ദേശകാലസ്ഥിതി വേദവും മന്ത്രവും യേശുന്നതെല്ലാം അവയെ മാത്രം തുലവും. കാനൽ ജലം ജനവടികൾ യു സീസ് വാട്ടർ നോ. കാനന ജലം കണ്ട് നീരം പ്രതീക്ഷിച്ചിട്ട് വി എക്സ്പെക്ട് വാട്ടർ. മോദം കലർന്ന് കുതിച്ചെടുക്കും മൃഗം ടു ഡ്രിങ്ക്. മോഹം വലിക്കാതെ when you reach there is no water. ദാഹം ശമിക്കാതെ you cannot quench your thirst. ആതങ്കയോടെ വരം കണക്കിനെ just like that. സത്തെന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ച് അസത്തിൽ ശ്രമിച്ചിട്ട് ചിത്തം കുഴക്കുന്നത് അല്പത്തർ അർജുന. ദൃശ്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം അദൃശ്യങ്ങളാണെങ്കിൽ ഉൽപ്പത്തി നാശങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായിടുന്നുവെങ്കിൽ whatever is born it has to go. All whatever we see it is all adrishyam. അല്പസ്ഥിതിമെങ്കിൽ അസ്ഥിരമാണെങ്കിൽ all these things are ephemeral. We know that it is അസ്ഥിരം. അല്പസ്ഥിതിയെങ്കിൽ അസ്ഥിരമാണെങ്കിൽ ഈ കാണുന്നതെല്ലാം പ്രതിഭാസമല്ലയോ. They are all coming and going. You know that it is ephemeral. You yourself know that, no? In all these years, first you thought this is real. Then afterwards you thought it is unreal. Again you thought it is real. Then you know it is unreal. നേത്ര വിമോഹന ദൃശ്യമാണെങ്കിലും മാത്രനേരം കൊണ്ട് മാഞ്ചുപോകും മിഥ്യതാൻ. കണ്ണിനു നേരിൽ നാം കാൺമതാം മാരുവിൽ ഉണ്മയല്ലെന്ന് കൽപ്പിക്കാൻ പ്രയാസമാം എന്നതുപോലെയാണ് ഈ മഹാവിശ്വത്തിൽ അന്തമറ്റുള്ള വിഭിന്ന പ്രകൃതികൾ. എന്നാൽ അതുകളിലെല്ലാം ഓക്കെ ഇറ്റ്സ് ആൾ റൈറ്റ് ബട്ട് എന്നാൽ സ്റ്റിൽ അകം പുറത്തൊന്നായി നിറഞ്ഞ് അദൃശ്യഭാവത്തിലും കണ്ടിടാം ജ്ഞാനദൃഷ്ടിക്ക് അവിനാശിയാം ഉണ്ടെന്നൊരു വസ്തു, അത് ബ്രഹ്മമാണ്. But in all these things you will say, how does it happen? Something existence, knowledge of bliss, something existence is there, no? Existence of one form, another form. Existence is there. It is in the form of rice, it is in the form of idli, it is in the form of kanji, it is in the form of rice, no? Like, so if one can see that, that's what he says. Then, beautiful. Mangudam mannan udanju pogumbozhum. A pot, clay pot, even when it is broken, മണ്ണിന് നാശമില്ല. The clay does not get destroyed. മണ്ണേ യഥാർത്ഥമായുള്ളൂ പാർത്ഥ, കുടം നിർണയം കേവലം സങ്കല്പമല്ലയോ. വാട്ട് ഈസ് റിയൽ ഈസ് ഓൺലി ദി ക്ലേ. ദി അതർ വൺ ഈസ് it will be there for some time. If it falls down, it will go. മണ്ണേ യഥാർത്ഥമായുള്ളൂ, that is the only real one. കുടം നിർണയം കേവലം സങ്കല്പമല്ലയോ. Like that. In the introduction, somebody has beautifully mentioned, I don't know how to. Krishnavayya. അഴുക്ക് ശരീരത്തിൽ പുരണ്ടാൽ അത് നീങ്ങാൻ, when the body has some dirt, കുളിക്ക വേണം ശുദ്ധജലത്തിൽ ദിനം തോറും. But every day take water in pure water. ഒരിക്കൽ ഗീതയാകും ജലത്തിൽ കുളിപ്പോർക്ക്. When once one has already taken bath in the Bhagavad Gita, സംസാരം ആ അഴുക്ക് പിന്നു, but it will not come again. In the ordinary one, every day it will come, the dirt will come. Every day we have to take a bath. But here, when you take a dip into bath with the Gita, then this dirt will not touch you at all. അഴുക്ക് ശരീരത്തിൽ പുരണ്ടാൽ അത് നീങ്ങാൻ, കുളിക്ക വേണം ശുദ്ധജലത്തിൽ ദിനം തോറും. ഒരിക്കൽ ഗീതയാകും ജലത്തിൽ കുളിപ്പോർക്ക് ഭവിക്ക സംസാരമാം അഴുക്ക് പിന്നീടുന്നു. He will be free from the samsaric dirt.
Living Gita into life.
So because the Gita analyzes the real me from the non-me. At the moment, non-me is predominating. I don't know the real me. The moment I become aware of it, aware means realize it, then the non-me, the other fellow, the me and mine,
Be without ego.
that fellow's limitation, you are always aware. So the dirt will not affect you at all. Dirt only reflects the sense of individuality. So long as you feel the sense of individuality, the plus and minus, that is called article. The what do you call the dirt, negativities, down pulling forces, all those things, only when he comes. In our deep sleep, there is nobody, because the person with whom you differed, you fought, even if he is sleeping, you will not feel bad. So it is a thought that immediately assumes a role. So the me and mine, thought, when it is purified, it's all right. At that moment he behaved like that, you will rise above. You will not have any prejudice. So that the prejudice is the dirt that stays with you, conditioned thinking. What a beautiful. Where are we now? Yesterday we were in the second example, no? What is the second example?
The paper
Whiteness and letters. A functional comparison on whiteness and letters, just as we did for vehicle and human being. That comparison brought out the parallel between the visible and the invisible. Let us do the same for whiteness and letters. White background, Prithimbi, that is the Nami. Only white. Support. Avalambanam. Adhar. When in Anand, when we were doing the 7 days program, you remember? Suddenly we remembered this, Ye Jagadada. Then we telephoned somebody to send the lyrics. And then we asked him to. He said, I don't know the religion. And we don't know how it happened. We made Sundar to sing it. Why we are attracted? Avalambanam. Jivanika avalamban hai. Ye Jagadada Vishwavithata. Not only you are the creator, but you are the great provider. What we are trying to understand through, that is why that song is so arresting. Ye Jagadada Vishwavithata. Understand?
ये सुख शांति
ये सुख शांति निकेतन. Sukha Shanti Niketan. House. Pranasaka. He has been with me. Pranasaka Tribhuvana Paripalaka. जीवन के अवलंबन है. जगदाश्रय जगपति जगवंदन अनुपम अलग निरंजन है. പിന്നെ no use. No use. No use depending upon these people. Ye Jagadada Vishwa Vidhada Ye Sukh Shanti Niketan hai. दीन के बंधु प्रेम के सिंधु दीन के बंधु दुख दरिद्र विनाशक ये जगदादा विश्व विधाता ये सुख शांति निकेतन. प्राणसखा त्रिभुवन परिपालक जीवन के अवलंबन है. जगदाश्रय जगपति जगवंदन अनुपम अलग निरंजन है. പിന്നെ ചാപ്റ്റായി എത്ര നേരം കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. നിത്യ അഖണ്ഡ അനന്ത അനാദി ഓരോ വേർഡും पूर्ण ब्रह्म सनातन है. जगदाश्रय जगपति जगवंदन अनुपम अलग निरंजन है.
Only 2 paragraphs.
That is enough, it contains everything.
Pranasaka Nitya Akhanda.
So avalambanam, that's why we remember that word. Each one. This is one more clue Papa is giving. Everything we may not be able to remember. But if we try to understand one, it will connect you to the text and you will derive the sweetness out of it. It will be kept in your remembrance, alive, What you enjoyed at the time of hearing, that again that sweetness will come to you. When Papa said great provider, nice, useful point. But when we heard through this Vidhata, जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. Vidhata. So when you say that he is a great provider, then correct, he is providing. I did not bring anything, I brought nothing when I came from my mother. Everything has been provided to me. So easy to understand who is Vidhata. Anyway, coming back. So white background. That's right. That is Nami. Letters. Creation. Kind. Cruel. No? That goes. Selflessness. Selfishness. Everything is written. These are simple words. But see the effect, Baba. Words are experiences. Letters, creation. Words are experience, what I am telling now. For that, CRUELKIND, they are words. That is creation. Immediately it creates something. But when it comes in the form of a word, experiences. Positive, negative. Sentences, when it goes to the sentence, it becomes life's events. Meaning, divine purpose. Reader, individual soul. Reading, living the life. One interpretation of ChatGPT, of therefore, just we said that letters and the whiteness. Whiteness silently supports every letter. Nami silently supports our creation. Whatever may be the creation. The page remains when the words are erased. Nami remains when forms disappear. We notice the words, not the page. We notice the world, not the Nami. Without the page, no letters can appear. Without the Nami, nothing can exist. The page is untouched by the story written on it. Nami remains untouched by the events of life. From this comparison, several beautiful Namosava guidelines emerge naturally. For example, words appear because of the page. Life appears because of the Nami. Nama awakens awareness of the unseen support. Or, we read the words but seldom notice the page. We experience life but often forget the Nami. Nama reminds us of the unseen reality. The page remains unchanged, though many stories are written upon it. The Nami remains unchanged, though countless lives unfold in him. Nama helps us abide in the eternal. Why this example is so profound? I feel this comparison is even subtler than the screen and the movie. The screen is visible, the page is visible. But whiteness, even more fundamental, is the silent background that makes every letter distinguishable. In Vedantic language, letters are like names and forms, Namarupa. Whiteness is like pure being or consciousness. Without whiteness, letters cannot be recognized. Without consciousness, no experience can arise. This is very close to the Upanishadic vision and also the Yoga Vasishta's great void. Not an empty nothingness, but the silent, ever-present background upon which everything appears. I honestly feel this example deserves a special place in your collection because it conveys in an ordinary and verifiable way one of the deepest truths of Vedanta. Whiteness. We are fascinated by the letters. Sage discovers the whiteness. We are fascinated by the world. The sage discovers the Nami. It is simple enough for a child to understand, yet deep enough to satisfy a Vedanti. So that means when we try to apply on the same example, that Manana will give us a little more deeper meaning. So first he said then he wants us to dig deeper, no? All the time your hold on Nami should be there. Otherwise it becomes dry. Throughout the digging, throughout the exploring, throughout the inquiry, throughout the manana, we should have the support of Nami.
Khali place, this space, the whole space is avalamban.
Correct, avalamban. Otherwise nothing will save you. Yes. So and even our great void becomes very clear. Great void, again now when we go through that, the words great void, emptiness, nothingness often create uneasiness because the human mind naturally seeks something to hold on to. We are accustomed to names, forms, possession, relationships, achievements, and thoughts. Therefore, when spiritual literature speaks of the void, it appears as though everything meaningful is being taken away. Whatever we have learned is useless, no? Yet, the sages use this expression to point to the very opposite. It is full and complete. The great void is not the destruction of life, but the discovery of its source, life source. It is not a vacuum. It is the limitless presence from which everything emerges and into which everything returns. Everything emerges, into which everything returns. When clouds disappear, the sky has not become empty. It has simply become visible. Similarly, when thoughts become quiet, reality shines by itself. I am this body, I am this profession, I am this success, I am this memory. When these identifications are questioned, fear naturally arises. The fear is not of the void. The fear is of losing the false identity. Mataji used to say, when you come here, you praise, Papa, Mataji, Ananda Ashram, Vaikuntha, Bhujoga, Vaikuntha, this and that. But you don't want to enter into the eternal being of the Guru. Why, you are scared. If you do that, what you have been hugging as yours, you will lose. That is the fear. That's what is mentioned. When I pursue this, suppose I lose. I know I am the success. I am the memory. I am this body. When you lose that, I may lose this, feeling, that fear. The fear of losing the false identity. Like a child unwilling to release an old toy because he has not yet discovered something greater. We cling to the familiar. The great void asks us to let go, not of life, but of limitation. The great void is empty of ego, empty of separation, empty of possessiveness, empty of limitation, empty of ignorance, empty of mental agitation. It is not that empty of everything, but it is full of what? Peace, awareness, love, joy, wisdom, compassion, infinite presence. The word great void, suddenly you feel, Thus the void is empty only from the standpoint of the ego. From the standpoint of the truth, it is infinite fullness. To the mind, void means nothing. To the sage, void means everything. It contains everything. To the ego, void is frightening. To the devotee, void is God's embrace. To the philosopher, void is pure consciousness. To the lover of God, void is overflowing divine presence. The same reality appears differently according to the maturity of the seeker. Many windows, one reality. The sage has used the expression great void, emptiness, stillness, silence, pure consciousness, beingness, the absolute, the unmanifest, the witness, the self, the kingdom of God within, Nirvana, Brahman. These are the different words we use. These are not different destinations. They are different doors opening into the same infinite reality. Every day glimpses of the great void. Every now and then you have to go through this. We unknowingly experience hints of it every day. Space inside a room. Furniture comes and goes, space remains. The screen of a television. Thousands of scenes appear, the screen remains untouched. Great void, We are trying to understand. Silence between musical notes. Without silence, music cannot exist. The white paper. Words are written and erased. Paper remains. The sky. Birds fly, clouds move, storm pass. Sky remains unchanged. Mirror. Faces come and go, mirror keeps reflecting. The great void is like this, always present, never affected. Nama reveals the void. Nama does not create God. It removes distraction. Every repetition of the name gradually slows the movement of the mind. Slows, from 80 to 60, 60 to 50, 50 to 40, 40 to 30, 30 to 20, 20 to 10, and 10 to stillness. Every repetition of the name gradually slows the movement of the mind. And finally, we reach stillness. Utterance of God's name is to make the mind ultimately still, free from all thoughts. As thoughts reduce, stillness increases. As stillness deepens, silence shines. Within silence, consciousness reveals itself. Eventually, the chanter, the chanting, and the name merge into one indivisible presence. This is the great void, not empty, but overflowing with God. common misunderstanding about the great void. Void is not depression. It is not loneliness. It is not sleep. It is not dullness. It is not indifference. It is not emotional emptiness. It is not withdrawal from life. Rather, it is complete freedom from mental dependence. Signs of nearing the void. Am I going nearer to the void? How do I know? Less reactions, more observation. Less anxiety, more trust. വിശ്വാസമില്ല എന്ന് പറയാൻ പാടില്ല. Less possession, more gratitude. Less noise, more silence. Less judgment, more compassion. Less ego, more love. Living in the world, one who has recognized great void, he works fully, loves deeply, serves joyfully, possesses nothing inwardly, depends on God naturally, lives in the world without being imprisoned by it. The person who has recognized the great void, no? Lives in the world without being imprisoned by it. Questions for inward journey. Can I notice the silence behind every sound? Can I remain aware of the space in which thoughts arise? What exactly is disturbed when the mind becomes disturbed? Who is aware of every changing experience? Can I discover the presence that never comes and never goes? Adorable presence. When everything changes, what is it that never changes? Can I sense the fullness hidden within apparent emptiness? The great discovery. The seeker begins by searching for God. He discovers silence. He enters stillness. Stillness reveals awareness, consciousness. Awareness dissolves separation, me and mine. Separation disappears into love, absence of otherness. Love alone remains. The great void was never empty. It is always the infinite fullness of the divine. Final reflection. The great void is not a destination to be reached, but the reality that has always been present. It is hidden only by the restless movement of the mind. The purpose of spiritual life is not to create this reality, but to recognize it. Every act of selfless service, every repetition of the divine name, every prayer, every moment of surrender, every experience of gratitude removes a little of the veil, the curtain.
Little of the veil.
Veil means curtain. That which covers all these. That which covers the great void, it can be removed only by every act of selfless service, every repetition of the divine name, every prayer, every moment of surrender, and every experience of gratitude. Then one realizes that the great void is the great fullness. Silence is living presence. Stillness is dynamic love. Emptiness is freedom from limitation. Consciousness is one's own true nature. Nothing new has been attained. Only what has always been there has been recognized. These are all the reflections of the great void, which Papa used for the first time, first and last time, in his first book, in the first page, first chapter, in the first paragraph. Great void. That is how we started going deep. He did not use, but Mataji elaborately explained about great void. Papa did not explain at all. And we were wondering how he got it. Now we understand, that in the great void contains this entire spiritual journey, entire spiritual revelations. Okay. Oh, Unda, book Unda. transformation, perseverance, inclusiveness, positivity, acceptance, insight, inward, no.
Inclusive.
Unchanging.
Unchanged.
Unchanged. One more was there.
Reconcile. Seven.
Over 7 over.
What are they? Transformation of the dacoits. So transformation of dacoits inside. So you remember that power. Dacoits are inside. And not by annihilating, but by transforming them, we can get. That is the theme. And second one was perseverance. Many a time we may fail, but we should not do. God has prompted us to. He has got a design. So apparently he may subject us to go through a failure. But he, in the form of perseverance, when we continue that, we will be able to. This is not a philosophy, the example is there. Then inclusiveness, no? The father, okay. So we should know that at the moment when we, based upon that particular context, we behave. But we should know that we will also reach that stage. So I should be very careful in passing my judgments in action-reaction. If at all I act or react, I should ensure that it doesn't leave any deep impression in my mind. So I have to go through the same thing. You know? If I am the villain, if somebody is the villain of us today, tomorrow you are going to be the villain of somebody. A very profound idea, no? Then inclusiveness and positivity. A very apparent negative thing, every fall is a step towards your progress. Every failure, no, you are trying to improve it. You are trying. So when that positivity comes, then our spiritual journey becomes perfect. Then next is
Acceptance.
And yeah. So the acceptance, you know. Ultimately, when we know that the master has got a master plan, for the simple reason that I did not plan for my human birth, I did not do anything for my body, I did not bring anything with me when I came from the mother, I did not make any provision for what is needed for me. Everything has been done by one unknown power. If that be the case, whatever he drafts us, we have to go, you know. That is how the acceptance of surrender comes. Untouched. Unchanged. So we saw that, no? See, what remains unchanged? The me, I have gone through, no? So many things in our life. The land and the factory, you remember? Factory will come and go, land remains untouched. So I was the gainer, I was the loser, I became the loser. Then I became the gainer, I became the loser. I became a pauper, then I became something. Wait. I am there, you know, throughout. To remind us of that, unchanged. Then? Reconcile. What was that?
Neha's father writes that.
Dancer.
Oh, yeah,
She chose immediately. Because what is the caption?
And reconcile. She reconciles herself.
Reconcile. That means when God makes us to pass through an experience and we fail, and we feel frustrated, completely punctured, then suppose we stood there and keep on brooding over it. No. He is changing our roles. We have seen with our own eyes a person who was leading a wonderful, powerful profession, and immediately after that, he became the, what do you call it? He was doing the clerical work in a pharmacy, you know, joyfully. So is it not called philosophy? We have seen that with our own eyes. So adaptation to a new circumstance, because God willed it. He has got a plan. He has allotted us some role at Satsang. Then afterwards, a retired IIT principal who from his pension he pothole,
Pothole ban.
He started doing it.
Tilak something it was.
Correct.
Tilak.
So this is like that we find the role is changed. You will not say, I will ask people to get it. No. He himself will do it. The role has changed. He will not grumble. So when after retirement you may be a big officer, IAS officer. Somebody will come and open the door. Salute will be there. So many things. After that, when you are retired, finished.
Gangadhar Tilak. Road doctor. He's called road doctor.
When we go to our justice. What was he when he was a justice? Police will be there. Now he is there alone in the house. Wife also passed away. He is having pain like what I am. So somehow he managed. He stays alone in the night there. No grumbling, no complaint. Adapted to the new zone. Reconcile means adapted. So these are all the one we can take today. Seven, reconcile. 8. A family devastated by the sudden passing of its sole breadwinner. Grief engulfs the home, sorrow, disbelief, fear ripple through every member. Amidst this emotional storm, a close friend of the departed arrives. Rather than offering hollow words of comfort, he sits silently, allowing the family to pour out their anguish, their pain, their questions. Only after the waves of emotion settle a little, he gently begins to speak. Not with detachment, but with depth. Drawing from his own journey of witnessing the loss of a loved one and reflecting on the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, he begins to introduce a deeper perspective. Slowly, he helps them accept the irrefutable truth of life and death, not as a philosophy, but as a reality. Or we have seen this. When we go there for consolation, we go there, we hear everything. Then pause. Suddenly we remember. Our grandparents were taking care of us. They passed away. Our parents, they passed away. Our friends, benefactors, passed away. Still I am there, no? So whatever is there will also pass away. Tomorrow I will read out, tomorrow somebody can remind me, Haridas Giri Swamigal.
That back of now?
Haridas Giri Swamigal, in one of his Bhajan Sampradaya, he just casually it came in Tamil. How we should chant the name.
Today only read song.
Here it is.
That English only,
English only.
I have to search for the Tamil. Then that translation is a translation. Original is original. Translation, it will lose its charm. Ennamo naman solla paadli. How can you translate? You cannot simply say, no. According to Haridas Giri Swamiji, chanting of God's name should not be done in a casual way. I can only put the word casual, that's all. It doesn't convey that depth. But rather with utmost Shraddha and Bhakti, not this Shraddha. He exhorts us to keep this prayer in our heart while chanting and submitting. O Lord, I honestly believe that you are the only eternal reality. I honestly believe there is an unbreakable bond between you and me. உனக்கும் எனக்கும் ஒரு சம்பந்தம் இருக்கு. Otherwise, it came just spontaneous, not prepared one. Otherwise, why will I remember you? And how will you remember me? There must be a bondage, I don't know for what reason you created me or why I was born either. நீ நீ எதுக்கு தான் என்னை படைச்சியோ, நான் எதுக்கு தான் பிறந்தேனோ எனக்கு தெரியாது. Though everybody says that everything happens due to Maya, I don't know anything about it. I also don't know how long this life will last. When I try to remember you, only worldly thoughts well up in my mind. Link between in my mind again and again, and the link between you and me is forgotten. When I pray to you, what dominates my thought is the welfare of me and my kith and kin only. I will attend our satsang, everything, to do everything, nama chanting, but
Me first, me first.
I know that all these are impermanent. Yet something makes me forget this reality. I cannot fathom why this happens to me. When my father and all other family members left this world, I know that no one followed them. I also know that one day I too will have to leave this world alone. I now realize that nothing is permanent. You are the only everlasting one. Touching line, last line. I should therefore be one with you. So before I leave this body, you should bless me with your vision and hold my hand and take me unto you. With this bhavana, you chant Ram. That's what he says. Then he started. I will show you that video. Appa. He explained everything and then he started singing Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam. Huh?
Video is there.
We don't have. At first. என்னமோ சொல்ல பாடு. So many are there. One day when we were in Bangalore, Mysore, next day we have Satsang in Bangalore. So English, we thought, Kannada should be there. So when we were sitting before the TV was there, so I told Major Kumar, you try Haridasagiri Swami to come bhajan. Time pass. Surprisingly, he put this. He did not know. And I was hearing for some time bhajan. Suddenly he stopped and he started this. I said, stop, go back, go back. Again, go back, again. Then immediately I started writing the English. I told Lalitamma to write in Kannada. So they will forget, again you go back, again go back. Then the whole thing was edited. Then Datta was there. We sent him to the DTP center. I don't know another. So he, Kannada, and he typed out both English and this thing. Next day in our satsang we read out. It would have faded in their memory, but it left a deep impression in our heart. That is how when we were drafting this book, the last page, we put this. Because it synchronizes with how to become one with him. Finally he says, I want to become one with you.
Also different.
So why did we do that?
Because Swamiji is reading.
Why did we do that? Tell me. Grief.
For reading tomorrow.
Because, no, everybody will pass away. That's why.
Pass away. It came with pass.
This is how even every input helps us in our sadhana. Because when we read this, Jatasya, drawing from his own journey of witnessing the loss of loved ones and reflecting on the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, he begins to introduce a deeper perspective. Slowly he helps them accept the irrefutable truth of life and death, not as philosophy, but as a reality. What gave him the strength to speak so gently yet so firmly, it was his inner assimilation of this shloka. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur, dhruvam janmam mrityusya, tasmat apariharyartham, natvam shochitum arhasi. Death is certain for one who is born, and rebirth is certain for the one who has died. Therefore, you should not grieve over the inevitable. This shloka has become a living truth for him, not just a quote, but an anchor during turbulent times of grief. And now it became a quiet torchlight for those in darkness, guiding them towards inner acceptance and a renewed outlook on lifespan yet to be lived. Even in one, one has got very, very deep. Very. So many things. Amritavahini. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Hari Om. Om Shri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram.